Years of turmoil have turned the valley of Jammu and Kashmir into the land of widows and orphans. There are more than 25,000 orphans and approximately 6,000 widows in the state. But most peoples in the world are unaware of this horrifying fact. The widows have not only lost their husbands but also the source of livelihood. These poverty-struck women have nothing to feed their children, and number of other insecurities threatens them in the absence of their husbands. A study reveals the condition of most widows and orphans in Kashmir conflict is miserable as they face multidimensional problems. Accommodation, educational loss, psychological depression, emotional stress, denial of inheritance, due rights, sexual harassment, physical insecurity, social disorganization, insecurity, health deterioration, dependence on others, deviance and delinquency are some of the major issues widows and orphans of conflict face, says a sociological study of widows and orphans conducted by noted sociologist Professor Bashir Ahmad Dabla. Economically, widows and orphans became debased, especially in the younger cases. Relatives and friends' financial help continued for some time, but afterwards it vanished. The only fields of work available for them were handicrafts, child labor, and domestic work, where they were highly exploited and harassed. They weren't even paid equal wage. A majority of the widows are illiterate and fall in the age group of 19 to 30 years and belong to lower middle class families with a monthly income of rupees 2,000 to 4,000.
मगर यत सत पचस पितरन सत पचस मे दो कहाँ गोस वन सुबह हु क्या यह क्या तीज सख्ती मे तजम यत कह हद वनकन सहल 4-5 बच पकन जन मोहनिस
तमिस शराय 17 वरी सह मुजाहिद पत गो आर्मी दौरान घाटस पे तम सात मे बच्चे लकट नफाम बोड़ 3 पारान ब्या 2 तो इस नबर सह पारान अवलस तो यह तम सात वर्षिन बची तो वनस तान पे मे इन सत हेकुन वनकस पानस क्या प्रॉब्लम घर गुजार वन खास कह.
Another crucial problem faced by them was feeling of mental and physical insecurity. Even in present situation, some individuals and groups threaten them, making these families security conscious. One of the dangerous problems faced by widows and orphans at present is their health. Like other vulnerable sections of society, they have developed abnormal health scenario in which they could not get minimum healthcare needs fulfilled. Most of them are not in a position to get proper treatment, and government has failed to provide proper and sufficient medical facilities to them. Mercy Universal has, since January 2001, provided humanitarian assistance to the affected people in Jammu and Kashmir. It has provided humanitarian assistance to the affected and needy in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and some other countries. Besides other programs, Mercy Universal runs the following welfare programs. Rehabilitation of war-affected people is one of the major humanitarian endeavors of Mercy Universal, which has had a very beneficial impact on the affected people. The purpose is to bring about a spirit of self-reliance among the beneficiaries, which in due course helps in creating a sense of dignity and honor in them. The program is targeted to widows with an average of 4 children each and to those families who have lost their earning members. Under this scheme, a grant in aid is given by Mercy Universal for cows or buffaloes. Mercy Universal workers help in producing, in procuring, and in delivering milch cows, buffaloes to widows and affected families, and in some deserving cases, assist in the building of cattle sheds.
Lag bag varias khandas. Pad dis timo ya hay ga dobok to karo oit patan wa to dur ga san to karo oit patan.
Sara was ne ke janta mesa ya hay dis timo ga to bisas pala shirpur. Tete teme sa no charge paka emes sorry kish paka emes garbar te paka emes sorry
Income is utilized by widows to support themselves and their children. The progress of the program is monitored by Mercy Universal workers, who also, if needed, provide sale outlets for milk and can also provide advice to make the venture a success. Young widows and unmarried girls of affected families are given free training in such subjects as tailoring, embroidery, and related skills. Mercy Universal has vocational training centers with an average of 15 trainees each. The training is provided by lady teachers. Mercy Universal bears all the expenses relating to training materials, teachers, salaries, rent of buildings, etc. Trainees are provided allowances according to their financial needs. After completion of a year training, they are given machines and accessories to start their own business in that field. Mercy Universal also provides sale outlets for finished goods produced by these businesses within Kashmir.
Ripon Hashnown, Quintiches Gamichasan, as such as the one watnight. Quam machine gets Karab as in destiny. The Ash Madam to order Ripon Hashnown, Dil Ditch Hashnown. Yam square not deal the Ash Madam to the Ripon Hashnown, keep the most square till I get deal Hashness. Bejas Varakan, huge Gordosness Canton Dagan, cutting Thousand Chicago, yet it hushes Varazad. Cutting the hish as a taken machine, then Pakna, machine allowing the hish as cutting the hish. Interlock current, pico current, mother can lay as well as no design, chassis with his as you various other.
Parustico Agbej Pur, Hakan Pamusur Pur, Suyatan. The Vanchi Takriban Yamti, where you should be big as no Dogunweri, the Manchiman Kami Farak, the Ybe Tigasnitan, Escaropat, the Sumarpet Beak, Sitat.
Thousands of unmarried and widows have successfully completed training and are able to stand on their own. The ongoing strife in Jammu and Kashmir has resulted in the deterioration of every facility geared to the welfare of the people. Most affected is the medical welfare. In many areas of the state, even the basic medical care is practically non-existent.
बस यम बची त्रे बस खुदा दिन अगर अमिस मे युत आस बिचार क्या कर अमिक सहरा न माल सह तुम वाली तम मुसाफिर कह सर यह मोल ये चुगनात वन ये हकान तन वत योर न गजित कुन जाए सही सख्ती सह बच्चे वन बह कर खानद्रे बह छपताई पत तह क्या बन ये कह सारे आज लड़क भला दिस पाल कुछ खुदायस गज खुदायस बस खुदा दी प्यार अगर बह त्राय आजमाइश मज अगर नीम मगर इज्जत थाम कह न समझ बिचार अजाब सख्ती वक्त हेकान फिरत अके बेड सो गोमुत कमरस जद गमत कर क्या कहरियत गो अकिस जख्म सही सख्ती अके बड़ी बच्चे गई 4 वरी बिचार प्यार कह सहारा मोल ये पेम बिचार कुछ सहारा खुदायस वो खुदा सहारा सह कर चक्र मे सास 200 दवा ये गुजारिश रोपये 100 पे क्या निमो
जनाब बस मोच कम कर पत गो तो बस कर बापर तो मे गो एक्सीडेंट पे फ्रस पे वसित वीर पे तो गो मे एक्सीडेंट पत नी श्रीनगर तो गो मे इलाज कोरुक इलाज पे मे चलिया कहें तो वो एक थोद वथित कि पे बह गर आस जनाब मे बच्चे 3 बे खानदान पे लकुट मे पन गामन ओन संभर मान खतर तो मे कह सहारा जनाब बस मे वही पन बरदरी बे कर मदद पकनवास बह यूत वन तान तो मे नफा अयाल जनाब टोटल नफा मज मे कह सहारा खुदा वर बस कह सहारा
मोज नोतवान तमिस गो बह काल बेमार तमिस लग गामन कोर मदद लगिस तमिस पोस वन सह हेकान मान पकित वकित कहें नत सू करा और योर तो बेस लकट अस मोल यूत कहें पन तो तमिस गो जमीनस मज हार्ट मज यतीम ट्रस्ट वाल अस वो पतम 5-6 वरी रपस 5-5 हथ अनान तौर तम कम से कम गसान तो फर्क हिश
The Jammu and Kashmir province is the worst affected, and the province's meager medical facility is not capable of meeting the needs of the strife-stricken people. Mercy Universal has therefore begun its program of making medical welfare available to as large a number of affected and poor people as possible. It has initially opened some centers to provide free medical care to the affected people and poor families. This program arranged the minimum necessary expenditures for the marriage of girls of war victims. AMCAS grant and aid meets the expenditures of bridal clothes, a few basic ornaments for the bride, and a simple marriage dinner.
मे खानदार शहीद गोमुत मे गई 7 वरी पड़ गो इंटरगेशन सह नुक वाराह लट इंटरगेशन सह शहीद वो वोत मे कूद कलमंडस तलान छपान नमन शुरन पे कोता सख्ती तुज मे असल असल पे सह बची नख तह कर्व हेल्प कत पे कर्व क्या कर्व मगर बस यहान मे बे 2 बची अगर मे यमन तह हेल्प क्या कर बह हेक यम ते नख वालित
खानदार गो मे शहीद खानदार कर 2 वहर पे मे अमस बची पे वन वो अमिस दिवान रोपये 100 यह पड़न तथ पे वन कर्व तह अमिस तस मदद खानदरुक तो वन बह बेसहार मे कह सहार बह क्या कर यमुक
Due to continuing unsettled situation, there is a gradual decline in the Kashmiri people's economic conditions, particularly in the far-flung areas whose population are suffering the most. They cannot afford to meet most of their needs, including education. Even primary education for the children is out of reach. Mercy Universal has helped in the setting up of a number of community centers, or provided financial help for the building of these centers where primary education to children of affected families is given on a priority basis. More than 500 students from affected families benefited as a result of Mercy Universal's help towards primary education.
Father Shahid 3 September 1999 أساس بوي بارين ترى بيها شمادة باجس بارم MA كاران education بينها شم بارن second year بيها شم كاران painting مو وجه شم كاران غركم بعد هذا دوت مسو exam تحت درايس بعد هذا دوت مسو scholarship بعد هذا IM يور كرك هذا verification بعد هذا نيوك ميون نا فمن جالس بتوار قسان تم هالشمال ديوان scholarship manzal she diwan 2000 manzal she diwan 1500 man hasas batin deseri paran
Lilas father gushid is very lucky tim sat registration gasna school asna pat koras pat maj parna is pat metric asna scholarship 2005 petas peotas nimanya tim din set chase ma paka nat is education fault agane ihode saat as Manches incident set paka scholarship set paka make graduation to manches B.Ed karaz.
The educational facilities are already in rundown condition in Kashmir, and the children of families affected by strife have no educational prospect. Many have already wasted their academic future. Realizing their needs for secondary and even higher education, Mercy Universal has extended financial help and scholarship to boys and girls. A large number of affected Kashmiri families cannot participate fully in such religious occasions as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Mercy Universal's Eid Gift Aid scheme gives the poor families a sense and reinforces their cultural heritage. Mercy Universal's program makes the recipient families feel that they are not alienated from the rest of the people but are equal participants in the religious festive accessions. Affected families are provided financial assistance to cater to their needs during the month-long fasting period of Ramadan, which culminates in rejoicing with special food for the occasion and new clothes for children for Eid al-Fitr and distribution of meat to them during Eid al-Adha. The burgeoning numbers of widows and orphans in the prevalent conflict in the valley demand that a new alternative financial support framework has to be developed for helping them. Mercy Universal is working hard to achieve this goal. Mercy Universal needs sufficient funds and financial help from all the citizens of the world in general and the responsible organizations in particular. Without the required help, the fulfillment of our promise to the widows and orphans of the valley, nothing can change the pathetic fate of the destitute and miserable in the world.